Hey you, and welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Ever wonder why sometimes getting paid to do something you love kind of makes it feel like, like work?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it?
Totally. So today we're diving into something called the overjustification effect.
Hmm.
Basically, it's this idea that rewarding an activity you already enjoy can sort of backfire and actually make you less motivated to do it.
Exactly. It's all about how external rewards can change our perception. We'll look at the science, how it affects, raising kids, education, even stuff at work.
And maybe figure out when rewards do actually help, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not always bad.
Right, not always. Understanding this can really help us figure out better ways to encourage that intrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from within.
Okay, so the core idea, you get a reward for something you already like doing.
Yeah, like playing an instrument or drawing or whatever.
And then you start thinking the reward is the main reason, not just the fun.
That's the essence of it. Your brain kind of switches focus.
Yeah.
You start attributing your behavior to the external thing, the prize, the money, the grade, instead of your own enjoyment.
Okay, I think I get it. Is there like a classic example?
Oh, yeah. The big one is a study from back in 1973. Leber and his colleagues.
What did they do?
Well, they worked with preschool kids who, really liked drawing with these cool felt tip markers. Just loved it naturally.
Okay, kids and markers. Sounds fun.
Definitely. So they split the kids into 3 groups. Group 1 was told beforehand, hey, if you draw with these markers, you'll get this special award certificate. So they expected a reward.
Right.
Group 2, they just drew, and then surprise, they got the same award afterwards, unexpected. And Group 3, they just drew. No mention of an award, no reward given, just drawing for fun.
Got it. So what happened later?
That's the kicker.
Yeah.
A week or 2 later, the researchers put the markers out again during free playtime just to see who'd choose to draw. The kids who expected that reward, they spent significantly less time drawing with the markers compared to the other 2 groups.
Wow. So knowing they'd get a prize actually made them less interested later on.
Exactly. It's like the reward overjustified the activity. It turned play into work, in a sense. The kids who got the surprise reward, or no reward, they still showed just as much interest as before.
That's fascinating. It really makes you think about how we motivate kids, doesn't it? Like sticker charts for reading or cleaning their room.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge implication for parenting and education. If a child naturally enjoys reading and you start giving them, $1 for every book.
They might start reading just for the dollar.
Precisely. They might pick shorter books or rush through them, focusing on the reward rather than, getting lost in the story. It can undermine that natural love of reading.
So what's the alternative? You still want to encourage them.
Well, praise can be really powerful, but how you praise matters. Instead of just good job, focus on effort or specific accomplishments like, wow, you really worked hard to sound out those difficult words, or I loved how you described the character's feelings.
Ah, so it's more informational. It tells them what they did well.
Exactly. It boosts their sense of competence without making it about an external prize. It reinforces the internal satisfaction.
Okay, that makes sense. What about the workplace then? Bonuses, incentives, are those potentially problematic too?
They definitely can be. If reward systems feel controlling, like you must hit this target to get your bonus, you can crowd out the intrinsic motivation people might have for doing good work.
So people just focus on hitting the metric, maybe cutting corners elsewhere?
That's a real risk.
Yeah.
Quality might suffer, or creativity or teamwork, if the focus narrows too much onto just the rewarded behavior. Sometimes very large or constant rewards for tasks people already find interesting can even lead to worse performance over time.
Worse, really? That seems so backwards.
It does, but it happens. If the reward becomes the only reason, and maybe the task itself has complexities, the reward doesn't capture.
Yeah. So when are rewards, when do they actually work?
Well, they could be useful for tasks that are, frankly, pretty boring or unpleasant, things nobody would naturally want to do.
It's like maybe routine data entry or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or they can help get someone started on something new to build initial interest or skills.
Yeah.
The key, again, is that difference between controlling rewards and informational rewards.
Okay, explain that difference again.
Controlling rewards are like, do this in order to get that. They feel like pressure. Informational rewards provide feedback about competence, like specific praise or recognition that highlights skill and effort.
So great presentation. Your analysis was really insightful. That's informational.
Yes. That kind of feedback reinforces your sense of skill and accomplishment, which can actually boost intrinsic motivation. It makes you feel good about the work itself.
Got it. And what about creativity? Does, like, paying artists or musicians affect their creative drive?
It can, yeah. If the focus shifts heavily onto the payment or the commission, that feeling of free exploration, of play, which is so vital for creativity, um, that can diminish. It starts to feel more like an obligation,
So play becomes work again.
pretty much. It highlights why protecting spaces for exploration just for its own sake is important for creative fields.
Okay, one last thing. If you've kind of killed the intrinsic motivation with rewards, can you get it back if you stop the rewards?
That's a bit tricky. Some research suggests that dip in motivation can linger. Even after the rewards are gone, people might still associate the activity with needing that external push for a while.
So it's not easily undone.
Not always easily, no. It takes time for that internal drive to maybe reassert itself.
Okay, so the big takeaway seems to be really mindful about how and why you're using rewards. They're not a simple fix.
Not at all. They can be powerful tools, but they can also, unintentionally dampen the very enthusiasm you're trying to encourage.
It's a balancing act. So maybe something for you to think about. How does knowing about this overjustification effect change how you think about motivation, whether it's for yourself, your kids, or even people you work with?
Yeah, consider those subtle ways rewards might be shaping how much you actually enjoy doing something. It's
Yeah.
definitely food for thought.